The Trump administration has been labelled inept, insecure and incompetent in leaked emails from the British ambassador to Washington. The memos from Kim Darroch were obtained by a British newspaper, The Mail, on Sunday. But despite the alleged incompetence, the ambassador says that Mr Trump should not be written off. Well, let's get more details from our correspondent, Andy Moore, who is outside the British Foreign Office. So, Andy, there's no real getting around this. This is extremely embarrassing.
That's right, and it could test the special relationship between the UK and the USA. So it's very unusual to get a huge tranche of documents like this, secret diplomatic cables, to be put in the public domain. They date from 2017 to the present day, and most of them are pretty unflattering about President Trump. The ambassador, Sir Kim Darroch, says that the administration is unlikely ever to become competent. He says most of those reports about vicious infighting, they're probably true. He says of President Trump himself, he radiates insecurity, even though he's the most powerful man on the planet. He says in order to get through to him, you have to be simple, even blunt. Of the future for President Trump, he says he could crash and burn. On the other hand, as you say, he shouldn't be written off. Now, the Foreign Office here don't deny these reports. They're not denying they're accurate. They say these are the private thoughts of an ambassador. They say no doubt the American ambassador here is saying very similar things about the government here. They say this is an honest, unvarnished assessment. They call the leak itself mischievous. Now, so far, no response from the White House, but the story itself is being widely reported in the USA, so we await a reaction from Washington.
Yeah, we'll await that reaction. But what do you think happens next? I mean, you mentioned right at the beginning there the special relationship between the two countries. Will this be brushed off as an embarrassment, or will there be something more serious here?
It's difficult to tell. We know that President Trump personally can be very thin-skinned when he feels criticism is aimed at him. At the Foreign Office here say that diplomatic relations between Washington and London are very good, and they don't believe that this will affect those relations. They say this is, accepted in diplomatic circles, that the ambassador will say things in private that he wouldn't say in public, and they believe that Washington knows that's the score and will accept that.
Okay, Andy, thank you. Andy Moore there with those extraordinary revelations.